Hello, everyone. It's Mrs. Cates here. And I just wanted to stop by and get you started on a problem. This is a story that happens all the time at my house. We always have to know how much orange juice we've drank and how much we still have left. Is it time to put it on the grocery list yet? So we're going to go ahead and jump into this so that you can share your strategies with your teacher. So go ahead and take a moment to read that story to yourself. Let's read it together. Mrs. Cates bought some orange juice for breakfast this week. Each member of her family drank part of a cup for breakfast. There are 4 people in her family. So, when you were picturing breakfast, were you picturing something that looks similar to the picture on the screen? Or were you picturing maybe a different type of breakfast? At our house, we have lots of different size cups. Some of them are very tall and skinny. Some of them are much shorter, maybe fatter around. But when it says each member of her family drank part of a cup for breakfast, what could that be? How much orange juice do you think each person might have drank? Let's think about maybe one person in the family drank half of a cup of orange juice, and the other person in her family drank 2/3 of a cup of orange juice. Which person drank more? How do you know? As you think about that, let's go ahead and look at some more information. What changed? You're right. Now we know that each member of her family drank 3/4 of a cup for breakfast. Now, when I read that number, I said 3/4. But you might know there is another way to say that number also. We could also say 3/4. So if we know that each person drank 3/4 of a cup, and we know that there are 4 people in her family, what question could we ask about this information? Let's look again. Go ahead and take a moment to read the story and think, does the question on the screen match what you were thinking? Let's read it together. Miss Cates bought some orange juice for breakfast this week. Each member of her family drank 3/4 of a cup for breakfast. There are 4 people in her family. If no one had a second cup of orange juice, how many cups of orange juice were drank this morning? Now that we know the whole story, what operation or operations do you think will help you to be able to find the answer to the question? Now, you might be thinking a couple of different things. Some of you might be thinking, I can add and find this problem, the answer to this problem. Some of you might be thinking, I can multiply to find the answer to this problem. Would it work to divide to find the answer to this problem? Probably not, because we don't know the total amount of juice that was drank in the morning. We know how much each person drank, and we know how many people had some orange juice, but we don't know how much total orange juice we had at the end that was drank. So, as you work forward, what are you going to do if you get stuck? I hope that this problem is hard enough that you have to stop and think. But when we get stuck, how can we handle that getting stuck? I talk to kids all the time about drawing pictures. Maybe a picture would help you to get unstuck. Maybe acting it out would help you to get unstuck. Sometimes rereading the story can help you to get unstuck. Or talking to somebody about the story can help you to get unstuck. After you solve this story in this number set, there are some challenge number sets for you. What would happen if each member of my family drank 2/3 of a cup of orange juice for breakfast? And maybe instead of just having the 4 of us at home that morning, maybe we had a friend come to stay the night. So instead of having 4 people in our family, we might have 5. How many cups of orange juice would we have drank that morning? And then sometimes we're a little extra thirsty and we need a little bit more orange juice in our cup that morning. So we might drink 7/8 cup of orange juice. But maybe one of us decided we didn't want orange juice that morning. So only 3 of us had orange juice. How much orange juice would we drink that morning? I can't wait to hear about your good thinking, and I know your teacher is looking forward to hearing it and seeing it also. You will share your thinking with your teacher in whatever way he or she asks you to do, and then you will be able to look at some of what your friends in your classroom were thinking about too.